Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I give you guys time to pop on. Always check for the timestamp. I literally just walked through the door. Let me take my medicine. Motrin. I'd like to know where my Tylenol went. I woke up saying cats in the cradle and the silver spoon. Little boy blue and the man in the moon. That was me choking. But I'm good. I'm always choking. my triple loops. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you, my friends. Until we meet again. Super strange dreams last night. I had a lot of dreams about water and a tugboat. It says metaphorically pulling emotional baggage from a romantic partner, a friend, family, or even your job. But then in my dream, I turned that tugboat into it was almost like I stole the tugboat in my dream. I don't know if it was me, but stole the tugboat. And then I went looking for the oar. But then I restored the tugboat into like this bouncy thing. Almost like reminded me of like a pontoon boat, but it was like a trampoline. And then I was jumping in the water with whales. I was like, okay. Oh, and then it was a house with a pool and a little boy almost drowning. But I remember saying to myself, like, this house, like if it was on the market, like $700,000, but they weren't even trying to sell it. Just strange. But I also woke up singing Cats in the Cradle and the Silver Spoon, Little Boy Blue and the Man in the Moon. And that's coming before. I could be talking about features and certain things, but what it really was, the interpretation is a father not having enough time for his son, and his son growing up just like him, making him proud, but yet disappointed regardless. So it's like you accomplish what your father wanted you to accomplish, but you're not happy. So it's you never really did what you wanted to do, in a way. You know what I mean? So I don't know what that symbolizes for everybody, but there's that. Just felt like I was choking. Today's the 20th. Only in week 3. Felt like we were going into week 4. I feel like we're going to do today, tomorrow, next couple days, and next week. Like, what the frig? Let's just do the rest of June, right? Let me see what deck I want to use. This one's awfully sticky, but I do like how it talks to me. It's the Alice in Wonderland where I'm like, that really feels like maybe it got a little better. Let's see. Maybe. Chop chop. Reminds me of lamb chops. I just ran upstairs and hear about that landlord in NYC making the building vegan. Can't make this shit up. Legally, he can do it. Very disappointing. Y'all pleased with who you voted with? Just saying. I always get these confused. Hedgehogs. This Pence. And I think it's the wands where I'm always like, it's teacups. Yeah, it's the spears. I always want to say that's fire, but I'm almost positive. And then we have flowers. Okay, why are these all sticky? Hedgehogs, teacups, spears, teacups, flowers. So what are the flowers? I always get so confused. There's one of spears. I think spears is fire. Little boy, man in the moon, cats in the cradle and the silver spoon. The dragon. All right. Let me Google it. Alice in Wonderland tarot deck. All right, it's blue. Oh. Don't you just love court? All right. Flowers. So the flowers is air. I mean, it was the only one left, but it was just something about it. So, all right. It must be something with politics, because I was just like, heard fucking liberals. And again, that's not the first time I've heard that come into a read. So I don't know. I don't think it's like spirit's opinion, but could be. I don't know. Sounds a little more like my dad's opinion. All right. So I do have the Alice in Wonderland oracles as well. I don't know where they are. I'm looking. On a cloudy day, when it's cold outside. There's no way it's still in the box. Oh, I think it's down there. All right. Well, good. Let's just do this for now. Let's do the rest of June. Today, tomorrow, next couple days, and then the end of June in a couple different ways. How's everybody doing today? I just almost came on, just like right this second came on. How's everybody doing today? Like as if I was like a rock star. But I know it wouldn't sound like that. Like, how's everybody doing? Yeah, I don't know if it sound like that either, but you catch my drift. But then I just got pulled to drifting. So, I feel like the energy is definitely all over the place. Cats in the cradle and the silver spoon. Okay. Today, tomorrow, next couple days. Rest of June 2023. I'm hearing June 2nd, June 3rd. So I don't know if something went down. I just heard pregnancy. That came in. Let me grab that deck. That came in strong a few weeks back, right? So whatever was going down in the beginning of June, I also, there's a very avoidant energy. Maybe someone doesn't want to take care of the kids. I don't know. Let's see what this is. Lots of little tidbits. Lots of tidbits. I don't know what that's about. Oh, my rings are over there. I was not prepared. So I think this is more or less somebody trying to stay busy to avoid a situation. Now when there's always a lot going on and people are like, just a lot going on in the family, and yeah, you know, but it's like carrying the weight. Why? Take care of what like you got to take care of on your end, and the rest is like, you know, that's not on you. So, right, Cass? Cats in the cradle and the silver spoon. So it probably has to do with father and son. I really want that energy out of our read. And I don't mean it in a bad way, especially if your kid's having issues with the dad. Like, I get it. But that's not the vibe I'm getting. This is more like an adult. And it's not the first time the issue has come up. And it just doesn't get addressed. Or it gets brushed aside. Or whatever it may be, guys. You know? I just looked at the obsidian. Going, gone. No. Gang, Sarah. Resistance. 22. Could be seeing 22s. Could be seeing 2s. But I just got like going. And then you got the truth. So the truth of a situation. Desire. These women are fucking gorgeous. Feeling safe. That's refreshing. But I feel like it's that feeling safe is like you're getting there. And then manifestation was on the floor. There we go. There we go, yo. A little dark on my end, but I don't plan on reading all of these, but I do plan on looking at one thing. But I don't even have the book in front of me. Strange. I guess I'm hearing leave it to your intuition, but I typically don't with Oracle. So I don't, okay. So it's hidden from me. So something might be hidden from you. You might be being forced to use your intuition. I do feel very resilient energy here. Truth, desire, feeling safe, manifestation. This whole feeling safe, though, I feel like you're not there yet. Oh, these cards are beautiful. I absolutely love them. It's all African women, heritage, goddess, sacred energy. But she doesn't look like she's feeling too safe. That's just it. I really want to find the book. And I know they're telling me to use my intuition. I know this book isn't lost, but it is what it is, right? So I'm like, really don't want to use my intuition. Like, so this is weird. It's definitely a message for you. Let me turn on the overhead. I'm looking for the book, and I'm not gonna use it. I'm gonna do my intuition thing, but I know I haven't. Yeah, it's not there, which I find very odd. So it is what it is. Just heard rebellious and alright. X marks the spot, 24 minutes in. Huh. Okay. Whatever you're going through a lot. You're definitely learning the truth, some type of clarity of something. To me, you're being asked to go after your desires. Manifest. Go ahead, do it. You're safe. You don't feel safe, and I'd like to know where that is coming from. You know, it's the number 4, and you got the 22 over here with resilience. And what did I say? Going. It's gang, Sarah, but I was going, gone. So You need to pop back. So you either know the truth of a situation or somebody knows the truth of a situation. I think it's like you know the truth of a situation. I don't think... Because it really is like, come on. You are safe. Rain or shine. Shade tomorrow, next couple days. Let's get the last week in June. I don't usually use these cards this way, but I guess I am today. We got Brazen, Self-Sabotage, Creativity, Shine, Sacrecy, I want one more. I wanted to put it here, but you can't see it. So I guess I'm going to do overall energy for June, which probably it's like one of these. Like pick one of these. Pick etheric chords. All right. I don't know if he just kind of putzing around over here, but I mean, there's a train back there. And then you got self-sabotage. I don't know if you're sabotaging a situation or somebody. To me, somebody else is sabotaging a situation here. Let them. I don't think you were looking at them as your safety, but maybe more clarity and truth. Somebody almost does want to create something with you, but that's not the issue at hand. It's just like a side note. And sacrecy. Tell me about feeling safe. The Wheel of Fortune. Eight of Spears, the Tower. So communication with the Tower. To me, this would be another energy. Not feeling comfortable lack of confidence, not feeling safe, not feeling worthy. I don't think it's you. But I do feel like that's you. But that message wasn't you. So where's my trees? Let's work with the trees. All right, it'd be nice if we can just read, right? So it drives me bananas when this energy comes in like this. And again, it's like every time I say it, cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon. Little boy blue and the man in the moon. So it's definitely a father and son situation happening, a family situation. There must be some shadow work that somebody has to work through, but they're probably trying to avoid it with the Tower. All right, let's go in order for some reason. Tell me about resilience. To me, this is you. It could be somebody else, but it's like back to life, back to reality. Bum, 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 ba-da. All up in your mind. Well, it's really hard to bounce back if you're all up in your head. Again, it doesn't feel like you. This is weird. Why does that keep happening? And there's nothing wrong with you being all up in your head. That happens to me. It happens to you. But I feel like this is all kind of speaking to you. No, see, this happened with July, right? The energy. Let's just see. Tell me about truth. Let's just continue and see if I can figure this out. I just heard whack-a-mole. And you got ease and instinct. Tell me about desire. This top row stay tomorrow in the next couple days. You got let it go. Tell me about feeling safe. Imagination. One more for feeling safe. I love that card. Sacrecy, which you have down here. Tell me about magician. Subtle energy. So again, it might be that energy that you don't feel. That's pulling me to a read I just did where it's like gifts, you're ready type energy. But some of you don't, like it's like you're waiting for something. Tell me about ethereal chords real quick. Ethereal chords. To me, it's your ancestors. Momentum. So to me, what a beautiful card. You're going to be picking up momentum. Or you need to pick up momentum. So I can see this is more, love that card. I can see this more being in your energy. You do tend to bounce back. We all do. To me, you know a situation, you know what's going on, whether you're speaking it or not. You desire something. I'm not really quite sure what it is, but you got to let it go. Or it's the other energy that desires you, something else, something more, but something needs to be let go of. Feeling safe, you got imagination and sacredcy. So to me, this is something like you have to create some type of momentum. You have to charge. Like you have to plug in, like it. So I don't know if you're exhausted. You need to slow down. I don't think so, because I'm getting charges like plug in, like you have to find your charge, whether it's a crystal. Sometimes we use our crystals and it cleans out our subconscious. Sometimes we use our crystals and we cry. When's the last time you cleansed your crystals? When's the last time you put them in rice? When's the last time you put them underwater? Not even necessarily the moon. So some of you might have a crystal that you're working with, or a piece of jewelry that you're constantly wearing that needs to be cleansed, because it can actually hold you back. You need to charge. So there's something in your environment, or a crystal, or a piece of jewelry, once again. And yeah, I just got pulled to the crystals in my car, which are kind of exactly that color. And I don't think I've ever cleansed those. And you think they'd be cleansed because, it's in the moon and the sun. But a lot of people think in the car, right? People don't think to cleanse their car. There could have been a car accident. I don't know if somebody's paying for something. Somebody borrowed someone's car, maybe. There's still something with a pregnancy up here. To me, that doesn't have to do with you. It's that other energy. We can read on that in a minute, but let me see what the last week of June looks like real quick. Brazen, please. She looks happy. I don't know what that means, though. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm assuming putzing around, but I'm not positive, so. He went about his illegal business with a brazen assurance, made of brass. What? So a difficult situation, but having confidence, but lack of shame. What? Did you guys know that? Brazen. He went about his illegal business. Somebody could have did something illegally, so they're purposely sabotaging a connection with you because they don't want to speak the truth. I just heard the IRS could have caught up with somebody. Or something underground. But it's like shameless or disrespectful, boldness, disregard of the rules. So cocky. So again, this, to me, I don't think this is you. There's something going on over here. It's almost like I don't want to throw my trees on it. Isn't that weird? Tell me about brazen. So feeling something. That's awfully dark. I didn't even know, I don't think that card's ever come out. Tell me about self-sabotage. Hold them back. Somebody doesn't want you to know something. A lie. Or something that's definitely going down. But they're about to feel the energy because, so again, it's that avoiding energy that I felt in the beginning of the read, where somebody's just avoiding because they either don't want to take accountability for their own shit, their lies. This energy is catching up to somebody. They're feeling it. They could feel ashamed. embarrassed. And I mentioned embarrassed the other day, and I'm like, good, they should feel embarrassed. But that's like the way they treated you. This is different. And it could have to do with that document, that signature that's been coming into the reads in and out for a year or two. So I don't know if something's just finally catching up to somebody that was doing something illegally. It's just the energy. It's not that this person slacked, or you can only get away with it for so long. And then when you take advantage of it, it happens. And you think like when you get caught, it's all good. You can cover it up, this and that. You can't always. Sheldon, oh my God, buddy, you're on your side. Good thing Mama looked. He's going through a climbing phase. I don't know if he's, let me feed him. I don't know if he's masturbating. I can't tell. I think he might be. Like he's trying to hump. So I gotta Google it, but some people put in like a soft teddy bear. I know it sounds gross, but he's at that age. And the other day I was scared. I went into Caden's room, and in between the dresser and Caden's basket, it's got holes in it. One little leg was in the hole, and the other little leg was in the thing where you pull the dresser door out. So he was stuck, standing straight up. So he's trying to like climb a ladder, but he's going straight up. Anything he can climb on. And I honestly think he's masturbating. I've been seeing it all over my Taurus things on Facebook. It's just the season. So, but he's gonna get hurt. Look at, he just flipped himself in his own cage. So that makes me fucking nervous. Because he's literally going straight up. Somebody could be having a trouble staying hard or feeling horny. And it could be a woman too, but I'm just saying in general, like Sheldon's a boy. But I know he's masturbating because when I put him in the pool, I can see it in the pool. So I know he's going through that right now. So I think I don't have a small teddy bear. Maybe I'll go to Shaw's later or something. You know how they have those cranes? You can put like $1 in and win a prize. Well, like one of Lucy's old toys, because we got plenty of those. I'm going to have to figure something out because now it's just becoming dangerous. My 7-month-old puppy's in heat, both in diapers. Yeah, it's definitely the energy, but this is I know he was doing it last year, but not as bad. This year he's standing up as if he's mounting, and it's becoming dangerous. So I don't know how long that's going to last. I'm going to have to Google it. So it could be lack of confidence. There's definitely something going on here. Again, it can be something illegal, something caught up to somebody, and they're embarrassed or ashamed to kind of tell you about it or, speak the truth. So they're just kind of avoiding you, holding back, sabotaging a situation. It is what it is, So to me, you're probably already aware of that, which is unfortunate. So the energy is going to catch up, and I just heard July. And wasn't there like when we did the quick peek in July, it was week 2 or 3 where that energy came in, where someone's, going to have a hard time holding back, like it's going to catch up. They're going to feel how they made you feel. Well, if that happens, good luck to them because they don't know what we go through. It's going to be brutal. Well, light workers, there's a reason why we experience that. So this person needs some type of awakening. I think it does feel like I can tell they want to be with you in a relationship. I don't know if it scares them. I'm not really sure. Everybody has their own reasons. Spirit doesn't really want us talking about that, though, because we're doing our own thing, which is what we're supposed to be doing. So, like, if you're doing your own shadow work, this person has their own shadow work. And the more they avoid it, which I feel like they've been avoiding for a long time, but now, like, the energy is different, you know, and now it's just sabotaging. Like, maybe they don't know if they want to be intimate with you anymore because that opens a door. Like, you know, so at least they're in their head, but at least they're thinking in reality versus fantasy land and just, yeah, I'm going to get my dick wet and blah, 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 you know. So maybe they don't want it to be just about intimacy. Maybe they really want to know what it's like to get to know you, but it's almost like being ashamed to tell you something, or if they're not at the energy of being ashamed yet, they'll get there because this is feel. And it's dark. It reminds me of the shadow side, you know, dark night of the soul, shadow work. It also pulls me to like a woman's vulva. But it's like cycles with the 8 there. So this energy also has to speak the truth and let go of certain situations. Ooh, what is that? Oh, hi, Sheldon. I didn't mean to hit you. Hi, buddy. I didn't know you was down there climbing. He's a good boy. He's like hiding in between my feet. He's like in his shell. It's like, what are you doing, dude? He like bumped into me and then went into his shell. You know, so it's like somebody can't even look you in the eyes. Like shy. It's weird. I really feel like someone doesn't even want to look you in the eyes here. So I think that's a good thing because, you know, they need to go through some shadow work. I feel like you're dealing with somebody who's to skirt through it. Swept everything under the rug. I'm like, if there's an energy that wants to come towards you and you've done all this work, somebody has to like change their entire life. Like the way they look at something, the way they look at you, the way they interpret business, the way they look at family. Like they have to come in a whole different person. But I think this energy knows it. And I think this is why it's happening, because they're avoiding it. You snooze, you lose, right? That doesn't mean that person's meant to stay or come in. Not everybody learns their lessons. There's always backup. Always plan B. And the same with you, you know, it goes both ways. A lot of things are meant, and they just don't happen because someone decides not to follow their path, or someone decides not to follow their destiny. You know, happens all the time. Like, life can't be that great, though. I mean, that's constantly repeating cycles, but whatever. I haven't said whatever. Look at that. I haven't said whatever in a while, and it's like, okay. So that tells me, like, this is on you. That, you know, like, in the sense of momentum picking up for you is etheric chords. Like, this is family lineage. It is like gifts passed down. Again, I feel like you have to pick up, like you have to charge. So I don't know if that's sitting outside, going to the beach, going to the lake, if it's water, the pond. If it's just the ground, you need to charge, you need to meditate, be barefoot, get in tunes, sit near a tree, hold a tree, talk to a tree. Tell me about creativity. Which is funny because Kaden the other day, I was talking about those trees, and I think I mentioned it to you. And I took a picture of the top of the tree, and I was like, man, I really like those trees. And Mia said it one day, and she's like, yeah, they're all right. And then I said it to Caden, and he's like, yeah, those are cool trees. He's like, remember the tree where we used to live with the swing? Because it was this one right here. It was raining, but there's the huge trees that does zero justice. But I picked up on that, like the fork, and it was pouring out. But I mean, these trees, I mean, look at them. It's like walking into like a forest, and it's just at the corner of like a light. You know what I mean? I'm like, the people that live in that house way back there, like if I was in these are huge trees, and I was like, if I lived there, like I know I'd probably put a fence there, because I probably wouldn't want my kids playing right there. But I mean, that's like having a cave in your backyard. It's so thick with trees. It's amazing. But the way he interprets a tree and Mia is totally different. He's like, I do that too. He looks at the top of trees, and I do that. So I was like, that's a cool trait. He's like, remember the willow you used to take us to all the time with the swing near the pond? He's like, your favorite tree? I'm like, yeah. He's like, what's that other one? Because I love cherry blossoms. So he's very in tune. I don't know if it's because it's mother and son type thing, but you might be able to pick up a charge from a tree, which is, I know is possible. It is very possible. You can talk to the trees and hold it and ask them your destiny, and they will tell you they are living. They hold a lot of, it's like the tree of life, guys. I don't want to have that whole conversation, but charge from a tree. Empathy and compassion with creativity. This is tough because that's asking to create from your soul. And that part's not tough, but it's a lot tougher than you think it is. Because it's mind over matter. Because you got mind, you got the soul. Believe it or not, it's hard to create. I've found myself in that boat plenty of times. And then when you find your passion, you go after it, but there's always something more. Like, for instance, YouTube, my channel. Same amount of subscribers for over a year. Every time I do something new, I lose thousands of subscribers. Like the whole AI, thousands of subscribers. It's that don't faze me. Some people just can't handle certain things. But what I'm trying to get from that is like being at right around the same 20,000, 27,000, 28,000, something like that for a year or two. That tells you like, hey, you got it's your passion, it's creativity. You got a lot of people that love you. You love what you do. You gotta get, but like there's something else, like, and it could be like what I do next. I know it is, and it's, but I chose to like go to work in the real world, which I don't like to do, but gotta pay bills and shit. Like there's always reasons, right? And sometimes I know it's stagnant and it's been stagnant, and they're not going to continue to allow people on my channel and grow like that until something else comes in, and then things can multiply, right? Because if it continued to grow like that, I could live off of that. I can flourish off that, and then I won't ever get to what I need to do next. Does that make sense? And they got bigger plans for me than to keep doing this over and over, and which I love doing, but it's a lot too, if you get what I'm saying. Like I'm still going to do this, but really it's really going to be the other thing. Does that make sense? So when it comes to empathy and compassion, you have to create with that. And I'm telling you for a fact, that's not easy. And you got well-being. I want one more for creativity. But I mentioned that the other day, if you follow your soul, and it's just, there's a lot to it. And then you got harmony. To me, it's not really coming into harmony. Well, it is. These energies need to come into harmony. Empathy, compassion. Like, when I created YouTube, it wasn't out of compassion or empathy. It was a catalyst came along, rocked my world. Wasn't the best energy. It wasn't like, oh, feel bad for me or feel bad for him. It wasn't like that. I mean, yeah, guys, that's tough. And I am like authentic. And that's still tough. But you can do it. I don't know if it's like you have a fixed outcome right here with like desire, you know what you want from it, but that could be holding you back because it might turn into something differently. Tell me about desire. That was love you and synchronicity. So that could be somebody else's energy that desires you. Wait patiently and trust. And then you got the universe and judgment. So the universe could be making a judgment call right now. We've had that discussion already. So to me, this isn't waiting. They never want you to wait. Definitely go after your desires. So there has to be something subconsciously here. Because I could say you're holding back and you're sabotaging. But I do know those two cards are linked to the other energy. But I'm trying to know how to place you here. You must feel like you're blocked. I'm telling you, though, you're not. It's like the same message that came out the other day. There's energies coming in, though. Tell me about shine. I think you had to make a sacrifice here. And you got reflection. Yeah, see, if you're in reflection mode and you're doing this and that, like, you might even be overthinking. Or you're not thinking. But it's ascension, so it could be, it's just the energy. See the light, be the light. I honestly can't tell you what this is. I wouldn't say it's confused. I don't think you know what it is. It's going to be so different for everybody, whereas we know it's linked to like shadow work or the dark night of the soul or it's this, that, but it's way more than that. So to me, it's just the energy. But you're definitely holding yourself back from moving forward. I don't mind. It's got to be something Mind games. Tell me about mind. Because you're good at popping back. You got delight. Is it the food you're eating? Love you. Unity. I don't think that's you, but it could. See, I'm all caught up. That's weird. Okay. That doesn't help in regards to what I was just speaking about. There's nothing about that would make you feel better. That's, what is this? Love you. I love you. I'd love to be like, it's the universe. Someone's hoping we will be together again. So I don't know if this is your mind, their mind. Like, I know I messed everything up. I regret lying to you. I think you're bouncing back. It's not so easy for them to bounce back. So I don't want to get distracted there, because it's not relevant right now. And you might think it is, but it is not. So if you think it is, that might be one of the issues right now that you're facing. Because it's like the same thing, the cat in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man in the moon. So they're struggling with their own feelings and shadow right now. And it doesn't even stem from you. It stems from childhood. It stems from things that they need to get in check. So until then, they're going to continue to sabotage and avoid you, because that's what they're good at. I think there's an energy here that definitely feels bad. A lot of regret in how they treated you. Lack of effort, all sorts of things. But again, they have their own shadow work. And honestly, like, spirit really doesn't want to get into it, but that is kind of what's going down. My dad just made a lot of eggs. I'm going to have to go up in a minute and get some. I don't want any, but you can tell he made extra, which is nice. But we were just talking about like dad issues. So there is something that stems from their dad. And again, I know there's telling me like a lot going on in the family, but they're carrying other people's weight that they don't need to carry, but they feel obligated to for some reason. So that's on them. They can't be bringing that into your equation. Tell me about sacredcy. You got value and community. So it's almost like how I just talked about subscribers, right? And who values you, but it's like that stagnant energy. We went up here to show, but it's like that stagnant energy of like it only stays. It stays at what it needs to stay at because there's more to be done. But so again, that's like definitely saying like you have to shine your light here. That's a given, which is right here. So you're in this energy, and a lot of it has to do with ascension. And I think you're having a tough time creating from your soul and things like that now, because it probably is somewhat linked to the other energy of some type of trauma that you stored that you didn't realize, the pain they caused you. Like, forgive them, forgive yourself. We have karmics in our life to learn lessons, to move forward. I think this one's extra tough though, because you don't know what it is and you don't see it. You don't want to open up. The energy you were with, I guarantee, rejected you over and over when it came to certain things. Because it's I don't know if you're at the type where I don't need a man in my life, or I don't need a woman. I don't know if you're there. I don't know if you're quite there yet, but you're independent and you can do it on your own and you don't need anybody. If you're anything like me, I always say the same thing. Like, I'd rather love than to lose. I'd rather love and lose and love it, not to love again. So I know I'm definitely open to it, but I think you're not open to it with a particular person, or you are and you're struggling with that, but you're not, but you're struggling with it. Yeah, see, that's your struggle. Wanting to be with them, not wanting to be with them. It's easier for you to forgive them and yourself than it is to look them in the eyes and forgive them. So it's deep. It's subconscious. It's deep. It's a lot more than you think it is. And I started realizing that the other day with certain stuff too. And it doesn't take two. It takes two to make a thing go right. It doesn't take two for you to figure this part out, though. But this is what I think you're not figuring out. And it does have to do with a blocked heart chakra. Like, you got to the point where you're blocked off. Yeah, it's blocked. So it is affecting other aspects of your life. You don't see it, or you do see it, but you don't know how to fix it. So then you think you open up and you do this and it might work. It's definitely a challenge. That's why I'm saying, and I said it the other day, like, if you just create in the pain or you create in the confusion, there's like, you have to work with the shadow too. So you can't fix this overnight. You can heal without the other person. You can heal by just acknowledging yourself. So I think that's the holdup. There's something here that's like really holding you up, because you don't know what it is. You don't know how to address it. You don't know how to fix it, but you know it's there. You got to step out of your head. And it's like this energy, they're in their head about you too. So you're probably going to be feeling that energy, especially if you're empathic. But you can't let it stop you from moving forward, or how you feel, So this is, you don't even know why you want the energy, but you're willing to go back and fix it, but you don't know why. I don't know if you're trying to figure that out. Your soul's telling you to, okay, maybe somebody can redeem themselves, or you can redeem yourself. But your mind is more powerful than your soul right now, and it's got to be the other way around. That's where a majority of you are struggling. Hi, Sheldon. Was that a bug on the floor? Nope. I had to get those eggs. I gotta take chicken out before I forget. I'm sorry. You guys know how long chicken takes to defrost. I should have took that out earlier. I really don't want these. It's like forcing myself to eat in the morning is a project. Sometimes I wake up starving. And other times I don't want to eat it. Hi, buddy. Hey, Budsky. What you doing? What you doing, big boy? You're my big boy. You want to eat? You want breakfast? You want breakfast, buddy? There you go. And I gotta buy you a teddy bear so you can hump it. So exciting. Unbelievable. Okay, so it's like you got bigger fish to fry here. So I really think you should connect to a tree or just be around a lot of people that you love. Anything that will raise a vibration. Because you can't tap into your soul right now. Because your soul, your heart just doesn't even know what to do. You're all brain. Like, you can sabotage it easily. Repeating patterns. I know I did that over the weekend. I told you guys that. But this is much deeper, you know. You're still open to love, but there's so many blockages to get there. But I don't think you see the blockages until they arise. So I think one of your lessons is to forgive somebody else and yourself for a certain situation. It's a big lesson on your end too. It's deep. Their love issues in their heart chakra probably stems from childhood. Yours is definitely linked to them. It's like the two of you can heal wounds, each other's wounds, which that's the energy you usually run from. Because it has to be addressed. And you can do it on your own. You don't have to do it with this other energy. But that's what's happening here. It's hard for you to tap in. You think you can tap in, but you can't. You can't. That's your holdup. Because you shut it off. You probably shut it off in the midst of whatever connection that was. Without even realizing it, thinking you're just resilient, you move forward, you don't need nobody, which is all true. But you shut your heart down at the same time without realizing it. And that affects other aspects of your life. It affects work, being a mother, being a parent. But it's linked to one of your life lessons. It's got to be. So you have to find a way to tap into your heart. So it's like you both got shadow work, but your shadow work's a little different. This is a tough one. So to me, it's even affecting your creativity. That's why I said like new direction, deception, because somebody's sabotaging. They know, you can go into, and then offer wants to pop out. They can heal or mend something. They're choosing not to. And I think you're okay with that. That's, and then I'm sure it brings up feelings for you, but it's not feelings you're going to stay in like that, because you know how to walk away. This energy is just kind of probably learning to do that. They avoid, they do it differently. You address it, they avoid it. You can't be with somebody who avoids their emotions and avoids not speaking the truth because they fucked up somewhere, did something illegal. They did something. That's why Spirit's like, it's not about them right now. Like, and I can tell like Spirit's making a judgment call here too. And with the ascension and all that, they probably made this decision a while. I feel like they have a very limited time left to get on a correct path. It could take them months and years to get to you, but if they choose the right path, and when you cross paths again, at least they would be ready, right? Or they do the right thing, it could be a couple weeks. It really just depends. And it also depends on how you got challenges too. Again, I really think you should try connecting with trees and see how it's like, it's the harmony, it's got the swirls. Well, so doesn't the mind, right? You have to find the balance. And right now you don't have it. And that's okay. It's extremely hard to find the balance between your heart and your soul. So it's almost like you're trying to master both, and I think you will. You don't need an opportunity or a person to come around for you to try to fix this. You already know what this is. You just don't know how to go about it. So try doing things you used to do when you were younger, like swinging. I loved swinging. I haven't been on a swing in years. Can't do that with my back right now, but for instance, swimming. Oh, swinging. Swimming. Maybe you should swim. I love to swim. I haven't done that in a long time either. That's how you come back into your heart and soul. You're kind of heartless right now. And I don't mean to be rude. Just because you're emotional and shit, it's still kind of heartless with that Queen of Swords energy I'm feeling, which is okay. Like, but it's mind over your soul, and that's not who you are. So you have to align the two of them. So you have to find a way to get in tuned with your soul. And the only advice I feel like I can give you is something maybe you did as a kid. It's funny. See all those sparkles? I was just pulled to this card over here that you can't see with the sparkles. So it could be like in the moonlight. So it's blocking your creativity because you're trying to understand. But that's the blockage, right? So again, I feel like the only way I can tell you to find this again is to get in tune with something you used to really enjoy doing. And I'm also being pulled to the example of YouTube, how I just used that. Like, my channel could have been being blocked for years because I Same thing. It was your passion. Is it still your passion? Or it's somewhat your passion, but are you getting to the point where you don't want to have, yeah, I know what this is saying, and it's making me angry. So we're all going through this. It's just a matter of trying to understand it, which is the struggle right now, because you're trying to understand it. So I feel like that's got to stop. You're trying to understand it. It's confusing you. So that's the answer. So however you're going to get in tune with your heart, and you can't wait for somebody to come back around. Queen of Pence. It's definitely stopping you. 8 of Wands. That's you nurturing you. So continue to nurture you. That's a good way too. And eventually you will heal. But to speed up the healing, and the best advice I can give you guys and myself would be to find that one thing that used to speak to your soul, that you loved doing. Riding a bike, going fishing. You have to do that stuff again. Or you create from the, see, you have to bring them into harmony, or you're just going to feel stuck. And it has to do with the ascension. So this is a lesson you have to learn to proceed in regards to what's next. Especially if you've been working on something and it's not working, it's not growing, you feel like it's because of this scenario. So just continue to nurture yourself. You're probably starting to understand. Take it easy on yourself. Yeah, all those signs and synchronicities are right there. It's the divine masculine with shadow work. Like I said, it's they're seeing it now. They're gonna start feeling it real soon too. So again, like Spirit's like, that's not your focus right now. They're in their shadow. So it's like the shadow side of Cancer, the shadow side of Taurus. You've stepped out of you're working with your shadow. They don't know how to work with the shadow yet. So they're just avoiding. I don't know what the pregnancy thing is that keeps coming around, but narcissistic, someone's full of themselves. So again, they're not working with their shadow. They could still be even playing mind games trying to get you to where they want you. And the answer is no. Date night, they might not like that you're dating or make a decision to do inner healing. But again, wanting that commitment, but it's not. It's way bigger than that. So something could be manifesting. They're just spying, watching, stalking. If you have a channel, they're watching you. Social media, stalking, watching. This would be somebody that would never admit it, but people tell me, oh, you got a channel? Oh, no, I don't watch it. Of course you do. They all do. It's a way to connect to me without, showing their face. That's the same with anybody. The potential, how you are, but that's not how they get to know you, but that's how they try to, or how they feel like they can have a piece of you or still be with, like, they're only cheating themselves. It doesn't benefit them. All right. So this momentum, again, it has to do with that charge So you're probably feeling stuck and bound, or it has to do with fear. Tell me about momentum. But this is like your ancestors stepping in. But you also have to find that charge. Yeah, see, it's that, like I said, it's the same type of shadow work. But again, you got the divine masculine here too. You got materialism wanting to pop out too, stuck. So it's, to me, that would be like, they got to clear some type of, if it's in regards to the masculine, they got to clear some type of family karma. Especially if there's a relationship that's not finalized. Like they have to handle that first. They could be wondering if like you two are good together. I think they know that you guys are some type of match. They see it, they recognize it, they know. Now they have to follow through and do the right thing. They got to work through their shadow work. They got to work through their karma. They have to tell the truth. They have to speak the truth. They can't hide you or have a private relationship if that's what they were trying to do, because this person would definitely, that's the energy of definitely wanting to keep you under wraps, but tell you, people know about you. Yeah, everybody knows about you, but how long have you been dating this person and you don't, have sit downs with their family, or you don't know their children, or you don't know their friends? Like, you get what I'm saying? But everybody knows about you, so, but they still don't bring you into the equation. That it has to happen. It's basically like dismissing you, as if you guys' connection isn't special enough to make it, shout it from the fucking rooftops. It's because they don't want to deal with the consequences of their own lies or family conditioning, what society thinks you should and shouldn't do. Like, so it makes sense that this energy has some work to do before they can come your way. So if they're avoiding or quiet or they're not responding, it's that whole, their energy is off because they have to do their shadow work. If they think they can pick up momentum and start working on other things, that's not going to happen. If this is in regards to you, you have to charge. You guys' shadow work is different. You've already done this part on your side. You're like at the next stage. You've probably done this with your first catalytic experience, but you're still going through certain stuff now, which is, it's not the same type of shadow work. It's all shadow work though at the end of the day. That's probably why you guys can't come together either and try to fix it. Well, that's not true. It is time. It's divine timing. But it's time for things to align, if that makes sense, before energies can come in. Because I feel like this person's got a lot on their mind in regards to you, and it's like stop and go, stop and go. They're not honest with you. It's again shoveling, trying to climb shit. It's like a kid. I can't leave him by himself right now. Somebody could have a mental breakdown. Let's clear the board real quick. So continue to push through the best you can. Again, maybe like the stuff you used to do as a kid. Like again, like I used to love to go to the park and swim. I can't do that right now on my back. Swimming, maybe, but not yet, So you got to get in tuned in a different way. And maybe that's why it's coming in like this. And it's not a bad thing. You could be learning how to getting tuned again. Like if you love just being by yourself in nature, morning, whether you're purging or whatever, like bring a notebook, write, journal. It's like your safe spot if you have one, or it's time to find one. Like I see all the flowers. I love going to nurseries. If you go to the gym, use the sauna. So I love the messages. I mean, me, I would have to get creative myself too, because like what, maybe if you watch, I just heard Punky Brewster, maybe if you watch like an old show you used to love, it's not reminiscing. That's not the energy. That's not what you're being asked to do, but it's little things like that. Like when you used to go to the beach or family vacations, what did you do? It's stuff like that. So the rest of June, but this is more like, I don't know if it's, I don't think it's like suicidal thoughts, but it's pretty deep. So very nostalgic energy for somebody. See, this is like having, let's get, this is like being able to have the newness, being able to mesh, like having it. But you're still holding on to something. You're still settling. Ick. I just hear ick. Like, this is so heavy. Like, you should be thankful this person is not in your life right now. They have to bypass this energy. This is tough. The tribe, and the answer is yes. That's refreshing. Somebody's been in the same situation since winter. So it's like you can give in, you can surrender, you can let go. You're just not. This is somebody that takes things to the grid. I don't know why I did this reading. I really don't. Like this part, I knew better. You got contemplation. Spirit clearly wanted it. Contemplation, and then action. So, good morning. What's up, Buttercup?
Look for Sheldon.
He's over here.
All right.
I love you. He's in the cat's toy box right now. Are you going to get yourself stuck there? What you doing? He's so cute. He's like, I'm just going to climb into their cat box and hang out with all the toys. It's like hiding. So this is like what, like, okay. So it's almost like they have that knowing that they can redeem a situation, that they can make it right. But they've been in this energy since winter of needing to give something up, but they're not. So say people separate. You live in different houses, but you're still legally married. You guys have a family, you have a business, so you're still holding on. They're relating nostalgia to it, but there's nothing there for them to hold on to anymore. They got to let it go. Gotta just drop it. This person doesn't just drop it. You're probably dealing with somebody that leaves their doors open to every ex-girlfriend, every ex-boyfriend. Like, it's that type of energy, very nostalgic. They might have a strong stellium, like in Cancer energy. It's all about home life, that type of energy. With nostalgia being here with the Six of Cups. And they've been contemplating and seeing things and want, like, they should have been taking action last winter. Like this is somebody that's just quiet. Like, if you think someone's going to come back around the mountain, because they should be, but this is the energy of they don't. And then it's like they turn it around on you. Well, you're the one that ghosted me, or you're the one that wanted your space. No, ultimately, this energy ruined it from the start. So until they fucking realize that, like, they can't just come back into your life. Does that make sense? They need to let go of an energy that doesn't even belong to them. They could have a whole new family, a whole new life, but has been deep in retrospect in the wrong way. You're dealing with somebody, you know how frustrating this is? You'd know if this is your person. So frustrating. Contemplating since fucking winter. The fuck? That's the energy you want to, like, strangle. I don't, like, I tell myself I could never be with an energy like that holds on, doesn't let go, is not spontaneous, not adventurous, can't pick up and go. Like, I wouldn't mesh with energy like that. I know people like that. I don't function like that. They could have a lot of Virgo in their chart, a lot of Cancer, a lot of Capricorn, a lot of Earth. Very slow. Smart, but slow. I know this is somebody that's been overthinking a situation since winter. That's probably a trigger for you guys. That triggers the shit out of me. I know what that is. This is somebody that can apologize. This is somebody that can make a situation better, but they choose not to. Because it makes them look weak. It puts them in a vulnerable situation. That means they have to let go, holding back their feelings, holding back starting a new life. Like, you wouldn't believe. This is like a breakdown. A complete mental fucking breakdown is going to come in. They're not going to be able to handle it. Because they're not addressing. They just avoid. Like, it's so fucking annoying and frustrating. That's if you guys feel that way to a certain energy, that's who this person is. They could have made a situation right umpteen times, but didn't. And then, well, you started dating other people, shit like that. They don't want to recognize their own faults. They've been pushing away from you. They ruined this. They sabotaged it. They catch a feeling. They'd never let you know, but won't look you in the eyes type energy. But you guys have a deep connection, because this is something that could probably sustain a lifetime, but not this person being in this mindset. They have to move forward. They have to let a family situation go. Maybe they feel like, oh, they came from a broken home and I'm never going to do that. And I got kids. Now they think that's clearing karma. That's not. That's continuing the karma. Your kids are going to pay the consequences for that, because it's not breaking conditioning. This energy, you know how you break family conditioning? Like, when it comes to, like, if a broken home and you had a broken home, and then people want to stay together because they got kids and they don't want to be like how their family was and it came from a broken home and how they were raised, and back and forth, and right? That's bound to happen. It's going to happen. And it's going to happen to their children. Children will start having kids. They won't end up with the kid's father. Back and forth. That's how it works. Okay? Because they want to stay together because of their own trauma that they experienced when they were younger. The way you find your way out of this is it didn't work, didn't find the solution, wasn't meant to be. That's the lesson. separating so it's not worse on them and worse on the kids, because this only makes the situation worse. Staying in this, especially if you have children. Teddy bear nostalgia. And then they blame it on the kids. Oh, they're super sensitive and da-da-da-da-da, yada, 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 yada. They're just feeding themselves fucking a bunch of lies and excuses. They don't get it. Because they don't address their own childhood trauma. That's what this is. When me and Danny separated, I never looked at anything like that. But again, guys, that probably was not part of my life lessons. Okay, this is somebody's life lesson. Let it go. There's nothing there. Your children to be happy. You want to be happy. Go mesh another family. Go explore fucking life. Go make new friends that become family. Like, there's so many different routes you can go that benefit your children. The situation you're staying in now is wrecking your children's future. This is how this shit works. But yet, cats in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man in the moon. But see, they're not getting it. They know there's dad issues here. And that's all about not spending enough time doing this, making your dad proud. That's what they did. They're doing the same thing their father fucking did. They don't see. Do you see where it's like not clicking for them? But yet, they're taking the same situation of having a family situation is what they're doing, and not wanting to turn into that. It's too late. You already turned into your fucking father. It's too late. So now you got to go about it a different way. Like it just needs to click. Maybe their father doesn't like that you're taboo. Maybe their father thinks they should be with somebody who's more conservative and practical and reliable and this, but they don't know jack shit about you, but they know you're taboo. I'm just giving you prime examples here of what can be happening. Because this stems from their childhood and why they're holding on to a family situation that's only making it worse for the children if they have any, and if they don't have any, it's only making it worse for them. Since winter, they've been thinking about approaching you. The fuck? Talk about overthinking. This is overthinking to the point where you ruin it. You never get out of it because they're too worried about other people's fucking judgment. And then you got people holding them back in manipulative ways. It's for them. It needs to click for them. There's not much you can do here. You were the catalyst. They have to push through this. Spirit would never let you be with an energy like this. Ever. Ever. It would slow you down, hold you back. They would never let you be with this energy. If this energy can do us right and the momentum picks up for them and they're like, yeah, that's it. And they go through their shadow work. Absolutely. But everything has to change. How they look at family, why they've been holding on to something, why you trigger them, because you trigger the fuck out of this person. And instead of looking at their shadow, which is what you do, you bring out their wounds, they want to blame it on you or run from you, hide from you, because you're the one that brings it out in them. They don't want to face it, so they're going to avoid you. You get what I'm saying? They're starting to pick up on this. It's starting to click that this is what they're doing. So if they work through that, who knows where your future will lead. But right now, you don't want that energy in your life. They're holding on to a past relationship, past hurt, things that happened with childhood, adulthood, that, like, your love is not the same as everybody else's love. So that probably scares them too. They spend more time trying to figure out why it feels differently than to actually feel it and go with the flow. It's that type of stuff, So I don't know what to tell you. I mean, you've been dealing with this energy since winter. If you're wondering why this person doesn't want to come around, like, talk about going down a fucking rabbit hole. But they want to blame it on you. They got to take blame for this. It's karma. You came into their life for this to be addressed, for them to move forward. A lot of times those soulmate situations can work out, guys. Sheldon's stuck under this again. It's like, what the fuck? I thought I blocked it off good enough. Nope, I didn't. Come on, dude. You know, you got to coax them out. No, not your job. Not your job. This energy allows their family to hold them back. And the crazy thing is, this is probably linked to the energy that manifested you. A happy life, you know, but they're just going to keep repeating cycle after cycle after cycle. But I do like this fate, karma, something ending, something beginning. But this tells me that can happen. They're aware of that. But they haven't done jack shit since winter. They just been settling, lying to other people. They're going to start arguing with other people because they're not addressing their shit. Luck is on your side with numbing. Yeah, see, this person can make it out of it, but this person has to figure that out on their own. What nostalgia, contemplating, careful, someone's being sneaky. So it's either their past or it's them lying to other people about what they want, where they want to go, the direction they're heading. You can't keep lying about other people, especially if it's about you. So for months now, how do I tell? How do I do this? What would the family think? But that's the main issue. You can't have that type of energy in your life. Not when you're free flowing. And that person needs to feel free like this as well. So it's their choice. They're only holding themselves back. It's like a caged fucking animal. The ones you feel bad for, you're sorry for, you know, like. So they're definitely feeling like the humility and all that. Intimacy, sexual chemistry, reminiscing. Yeah, so they probably feel ashamed. And I'm telling you, if you guys were ever intimate and then they were intimate with other people and they cheated, something like that, like their sex will never compare to yours because you guys have a different type of chemistry. You can make each other 0 from 100. It's, you know, and it's beautiful, but they don't look at it as beautiful. They look at it as why, instead of just feeling it. We don't function like that. So this might be tough for some of you because this person might not make it back around. But it's a good eye-opener for you though, guys, because you know you don't want to be with somebody like this. You know that you can't function and evolve in life with an energy like this, in this energy. You know you can't. So this is tough. It really is. It sucks. Because you could have it all, and it's just they hold back. You don't even have a chance to face your own fears or challenges because you're too busy compensating for their fucking lack. You're too busy playing the man and the woman. You can't do it all. Spirit's not going to let you. This person needs to face humiliation and shame and embarrassment for what they did and how they treated you and how they went about lying. And like, they have to. We went through all that when we had our awakenings and certain stuff, you know, and you could be brutally harsh with this person. And it's because that you have a blocked heart chakra because this person rejected you, didn't make you feel safe, constantly lied. And it sucks, but it was your lesson to step out of it too. But now you have to fix your own heart chakra. So you have your own fucking work to do. Damage has been done. But it was meant to be done. Okay? So again, you have to work through your stuff. I think you're definitely more open and willing to do that. It's tough. But I mean, you could be asking to like meet up and this and that, and they're like, oh no, I got the kids, or I'm busy. They're lying. They just don't want to face you. They're contemplating, do I want to be intimate again? That's good though. because at least they're forming something into reality. This person, I don't even think belongs in the Matrix, to be honest with you. But they're in the Matrix. They're living a Matrix life. So probably another reason why you came into the picture, because they lost themselves somewhere down the fucking road. You know? But see, what they don't understand is they can be 100% them with you. They don't have to wear a mask. They don't have to be a different character. But they do. I don't even think you ever saw this person's like true side like that unless your guards were down. But then they went right back up, you know? It sucks when you find something that's like serendipitous and then all of a sudden it's just taken from you. You know? Take. Because they don't want to face their fears. And then it creates blockages and shit on your end. This person fucked you up too. But to me, they were meant to, you know? Because you have to go through these things too. And in order to get back into your hat, it's going to take forgiveness. And you're just as stubborn as they are. So if it has to do with them, they got to come correct, or they're not going to be able to salvage it, or you can't fix your karma with your lesson with them, because they have to come from a place where they have to admit everything and be vulnerable and authentic so you guys can move forward and you can both work on your shit. If they can't do that, considering where your blockages came from, then you're just going to have to face it with somebody else. And that's okay. You might feel like it's easier to do it that way anyway. Or you face it with this, and this person will step up and they'll admit their lies and they'll do what they need to do because they love you. And then from there, you guys will figure it out. You know? But you won't know until it happens, and who knows when it happens. Somebody else could step in first, and because it is what it is, because this person, I mean, this person's been stuck since fucking winter, 6 months, 7 months now, just fucking knowing that they need to take action, and they don't. Like, you can't know. I mean, come on, this isn't like, no. Could you imagine being with an energy where it takes them a year to figure something out? No. To make a decision? No. You don't function like that. You tackle it. This person feels fear. They don't tackle shit. They hide. You sense fear, you address it. You may try to take off, and there's other things in your blockages, but you pick up on those and you correct those too. Sometimes it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. Do I think that there's something here that's redeemable? Absolutely. It's just a matter of both of you addressing shit, and it can't happen until somebody is until you guys are at least on the same page, and your energies are matching, but the way your perspectives are not. And right now there's just an energy that won't address something, and they can't, and so until somebody addresses something, you can't work on it. You can work on your own shit by, again, you know, swinging, swimming, whatever it is, like something like that. And this person may come back and they may not. Because this person's like, really I think this person's been trying to block you for 6 months, like not think about you. Like all those blockages we just talked about, but they can't. Why? Because it's karmic. Somebody else is in the middle, sabotaging it. Yeah, see? Attending somebody's wedding, going somewhere. Like, so this, like I said, we already know this. There's no need to get triggered. We already know that they're holding on to a family situation or an ex or somebody like that they don't want to be honest with. They got to get honest with them so they can get honest with themselves so they can come correct when it comes to you. This person's got some fucking work to do. And that other person is karmic. So they could repeat that cycle over and over and over, and then it's got divorce. They need to experiencing a breakup, or they need to surrender. They need a divorce. It's Mercury. All this shit's going to come up again. They're going to start arguing because they're not being honest with you, and they're not being honest with them. So it's going to cause strife in other areas of their life. They need to sign the fucking paperwork and let it fucking go. Nobody's happy in this situation, right? See, it's not the right time because they're still caught up in lies, or somebody's telling them like, no, you don't want to do that, blah, 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 blah. It could be dealing with an Aries, Aquarius, Gemini. I always do that when it's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Someone's still trying to figure themselves out, moving, spying, just kind of watching you, not doing anything, settling. Health issues could arise. Why? Because they're not facing their shit. You guys could really have it all. It's definitely one of those situations. And you can, but the clock is ticking here. And I think you're dealing with somebody who thinks they know they can have it. And if they continue to have that strain of mind or that mindset, it will be taken from them because they're taking you for granted, knowing that they can have it with you, but they're a complete fucking silence. They don't talk to you. They shut you off. Like they avoid you. It causes pain on your end, but that pain you're supposed to feel right now. And I think it has a lot to do with it being returned to sender because they're going to start feeling that pain. And when they do, holy shit, when they experience, they're going to fucking, that's an eye opening. That's an awakening right there. Because when I feel that pain and certain stuff, I don't want other people to feel like that, but it is what it is. And that's how I think this is going to play out because they're so fucking stubborn. And again, why would you even want to be with this energy if that's how it is? They've been thinking about this since winter and doing nothing. Nothing. But yet, they want to put this on you. Like, you ghosted them, you left, they fucking ruined this connection. They left your ass behind. You sense this shit. We try to a certain extent. They can fuck off. Yeah, see, they closed your heart chakra, which was meant to happen. So this person has to face a lot of shit and come at you the correct way in order for you to allow this energy in again. Or you're just going to experience it with somebody else. Because there's a timeline. Spirit had enough of this because somebody took advantage of you, your kindness, your love. It's lies. They are not who they are with you. Like, no. Like, this is enough's enough. They're going to get a pounding from the universe. Lots of shadow coming in for them. So let them ignore you. You don't want this energy anyway. You want what you know you could probably have if this person was to change things. And right now they're not. Thinking about it, but 6 months they've done nothing. No, I'm sorry. No, no. Oh my God. It's actually disgusting. I shouldn't be laughing. I don't know why I'm laughing. It's heartbreaking. This is energy you typically would pity, but you don't got time to sit around and pity somebody else. Like, you've already known this about this energy, so this is not a shock to you. But they are on a timeline because it's that energy of knowing they can have it. They can probably redeem it and make it right. So they're on a timeline. I can't imagine. It might be that 30-day fiance type thing I was picking up on. Like, I don't even think they have 30 days. Once something clicks in their head and they don't do it and start working on it and working through shit, it's going to get worse and worse and worse and worse. And then press for time. They're going to feel it. They're going to feel the pressure. They're going to feel the pain. But they have to, whether they end up with you or not, because they caused a lot of hurt and a lot of pain for you. And it was always about me, 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 me. It was never about you. this is that one relationship in your lifetime that causes the most damage. But that's for you to learn, and that's for you to evolve. So for this energy to come back, they would really have to be a changed man or a changed woman. Like, would seriously have to look at life differently. Relationships, women, men, what family really is, you know. This energy would be stronger as a single man or a single woman raising their children than they are with a partner that they don't see eye to eye with. But they don't see that. They don't get it. They want to still play family. They still want to play that parent. They want to play that. They want to be that family where they want to parent correctly and not argue and do all that. Like, but they do. Like, that doesn't work for them too. It has to click for them. They want to play parents. They want to stay amicable. Like, they can't. Them two cannot. It's part of a karmic lesson. It can't stay like that. This energy has to break free. They're both stronger without each other, but they're holding on to their weakness. They're holding on to what they think society thinks they should do, what the government tells them to do. Nope. See, yeah, you don't want no part of this until this person completely has a whole bunch of different wake-up calls. If they already had a wake-up call knowing that they can fix something with you and have the life that they could imagine, it just isn't with who they thought it was, and that always rolls like that. It rolled with us like that too. There's a timeline on this because Spirit's not going to hold up something like that. They won't. Not if you're ascending. For people who are meshing and coming together in the next year, starting stuff, I'm telling you, like with the ascension, like things have to come together. So, but this person has a lot of shadow to fight for now. And it is what it is. Just be careful because you might feel it, and that's going to be hard on you. So stay busy, stay distracted. Want to date other people? Go date other people. You want to just focus on other things? Go focus on other things. You want to focus on your health? Focus on your health. Whatever you feel pulled to do, do it. Because this energy can't come back right this second until they clear something up with an ex or a family member or chill. All of it. All the above. They have multiple karmic situations that they have to fix. And there's definitely a stamp on this. Because they've been sitting in this energy since winter. So this is somebody you probably haven't talked to since winter, or you have, but yet they're still like, they're not really responding. They're not getting back to you. It's that. And, you know, they want to say there's a lot going on in the family. They've been saying that for probably fucking the whole entire life. A lot of things need to click for this fucking energy. It would just hold you back. Your karmic lesson can only go so far before you evolve and outgrow a situation, which you already did. You know, this, whatever happened between you two, it's definitely over. Could it be fixed? Yes. But it depends on ultimately them. And then you ultimately need to make the decision whether or not you're willing to work with the energy. So again, it's kind of, they got to face their shit, like their lessons. They got to come at you. And it's not, it's ready in their time. And so you got to give in and shit. Like, no. Because I don't even think you'd want to work with this energy. You're just going to an extent, because you know it's linked to certain things with karma. So you're going to have your own challenges too if this comes back around. And it looks like it probably will, but there's definitely a timeline. You wouldn't be going into August with this person. If they're not here by July, they're not coming. They don't get to go into August with you, is what I heard. It's like Thor's hammer. Spirit, and people getting pissed, irritated. But you already left the situation. But you probably find yourself going back to it here and there But you can't go back to it the same way. Because it is over. The intimacy, that part, you guys have it, but it's not there anymore. So you can't just go in for a one-night stand. You can't have fun and done. Like, that energy is gone. And that's a good thing. It needed to be gone because you left. But there's still shit that needs to be addressed if Spirit allows you guys to. And it starts with them because you already started with your own shit. So there's no going back to, I don't want to be in a commitment. I want to stay single. There's no going back to the same old shit and fucking excuses. And this person knows it, and that's a good thing. And it'd be nice for you to just go in and feed yourself, but that energy is not there anymore. I know it can come back real quick, that passion, that intimacy. I can see it. I can sense it. You could think about each other and work yourself up. If you were to imagine yourselves in a good place, you could easily work yourself up because you know you two can get there. But I don't blame you for not doing that. I wouldn't do that either because it really is over. You didn't hold on. They've been holding on to you, trying to figure it out while you were kind of doing your own thing. But it wasn't easy for you either, you know? It's the end of June, like, again, just do what it is you guys are doing, okay? I'm being told that if they're not in by July, it's over. And I think as of right now, you already know this person's avoiding you. You already know this shit, and they're not talking to you about it. You're not oblivious to what this is, so I think the pain already hit you, you know, and it sucks. You know that they're lying to you about getting together or responding, and it does hurt. But I think it's supposed to because it's a return to sender type energy, and it's only a matter of time before they feel so guilty that they're not even going to enjoy spending certain time with other people. Like, they're going to start arguing with other people because they've been lying to you. Like, it's going to get real ugly. They're going to feel your pain, you know, and it's part of their lesson. And I don't know if it started yet or not, but you need to get back in tune with your heart, you know, with your soul. You really do. And then you'll watch the energy shift, you know, other opportunities, a lot of things start coming your way in regards to, you know, your happiness. Because your happiness was stripped. And you can leave a situation and tell yourself, you know, I'll go find my happiness. And it's easy for you like that. But, like, you're doing it in a way where it's correct, where before it wasn't, because they stripped your happiness. So now it's like you might not even feel safe with a happy or even want you happy anymore, because it's whatever is karmic on your end, right? So it really is like having to find your happy again without realizing it was taken from you. That's how much damage was done. So if this person is going to feel the raft of the damage that they did to you because of their selfishness and their needs, it's going to be tough. And it's going to be tough for you to realize that actually happened, because it did. You buried it. But part of your karmic lesson too, guys. Now you just got to find it again. Ooh, I just saw spirit. I just saw a thing float. I'm almost positive I did. Like right around here. So, you know, it's tough, and it's triggering, and it's eye-opening. Because I would never think, if I put myself in this situation, I'm like, I do know what they're saying. I get it now. It makes sense. But I didn't see it. Now I can see it. So, and you never needed this person before. to make you happy. It's not about that. And I know you know that, and it's not like that for you. But you don't realize that the damage and the pain and stuff being taken and stripped for you, you're just realizing now, trying to get in tune with your heart chakra again, you're just realizing what was actually taken. And it's a lot more than just what you think it is and how you bury things. So it is going to be very hard for you to get back in tune with your heart chakra, and that is okay. Just start trying. That's all you can do. And I promise you, you will start healing and you will start feeling a little better, okay? So again, start doing things that used to make you feel good. And if you need a little vacation, you need to retreat on your own, do it. Figure it out, you know? I think this conversation alone is going to help, to be honest with you. So try not to overthink it per se, and this, just start getting in tune with the things that make you happy. Because now it's I look back and I'm like, oh, I get what they're saying. You know, it's like blocking this, blocking that. You've been blocking your own happiness. You've been blocking your own success without even realizing it. And it's not because you were focused on them, because you weren't. But it's linked to them. So now that you know that and you can acknowledge it, and if this resonates for you, I think energy is going to get a lot easier for you now. Because you accept it, you know, you can work on it. Now you can be more aware of what you do need to do, how you need to go about things. You know, especially if you want to seclude yourself. Sometimes it's okay, but then other times it's you shouldn't. And that I'm even that person. I don't need friends. I don't need this. When I get in certain energy, I can do the same thing. But if I put this person in the equation and I say to myself, why I really only started having issues with them when this person was in my life, or only started really thinking this and that, you gotta, it doesn't mean this person's a bad person, but you gotta realize the blockages on your end, that you gotta be able to find all the blockages. Because you deserve so much more, and you know you do, but you have to you still have to figure out your own blockages and your own challenges. And before this person came into your life, or however the case was, you were probably perfectly fine with certain energies. You know, so it's karmic on your end, guys, too. It's not, oh my God, I can't believe this person did that. It's raining nice, lovely right now. This was, in a way, meant to happen. You signed up for it. You know? Which might make it easier for you to give this energy, because this is also something you signed up for. Could they have made it easier? Yeah. But it didn't go that way. So there's that. But I definitely feel like this conversation made me realize some things too, which is only going to help the collective. This is the energy for everybody globally. It's just not something I'm experiencing, or I can't believe we're relating. No, this is global. Global fucking energy. Global fucking shadow work. Recognize it, acknowledge it, work with it. Nurture yourself, take care of yourself. Have a little more compassion. If you need to make amends with certain people. Because you're probably a real hot ass right now. And you can continue to be that way. it's just going to take you longer to get in tuned with your hat. So you could listen to binaural beats. That's probably why the rose quartz came out. I feel like rose quartz is a hard stone for me to work with. And it probably has a lot to do with buried pain, things like that. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's quite fucking obvious. We all know what rose quartz is for. But I also feel like a lot of my pain is not linked to like childhood, so I'm not trying to heal certain things that I feel like I don't need to heal. But again, that's a misconception on my end, So might as well just stop working on it. You got to find harmony with the mind and the soul right now. You need to come back and see a hat. So again, the only thing I can really think of and the best advice for us is truly start doing things. Hi. Cups just go. Start getting back in tune with the things that used to make you happy. Again, I would say binaural beats versus music can help right now. I feel like you already know kind of how to empower yourself. I don't even think that's an issue right now. I think it's just being vulnerable and compassionate with certain stuff and then confusing what do I put that towards. So you have your own shit to figure out. But you're gonna manage. You're gonna pull it off, so don't worry. No worries. Okay. All right, I love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Maybe tonight. It's to go back to work tomorrow. I'm like, oh, I cannot believe I agreed. They're like, you should probably take another week or two off, but I just feel like I gotta go back, so I guess we'll see how that goes for me. Hope I'm making the right decision. We'll find out. And then I just got pulled to, what is that, Fergie? We'll find out at the end of the night. Promiscuous girl, you're all that I want. Promiscuous boy, you're teasing me. I know what you want, and I got what you need. Okay. Well, there's some sexual vibes happening. I love you guys. Hope you have an amazing rest of the day. Talk soon. Hang in there.